Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things you really shouldn't do in the Philippines. Now, I've been here for a few years and there's a few cultural things that have stood out to me and I've learned over time in situations of what to do and what not to do in the Philippines. So there's a few things I have to do today as well. So we're going to go to the gym, I'm going to get a haircut, get some food, all while talking about these 5 points. To kick it off, let's talk about the first point, and that is if you get invited to someone's house here in the Philippines, or you're getting invited over for the very first time and it's more of a welcoming, don't go to someone's house with a full stomach. You're probably going to be offered food and it's probably going to be prepared specifically for you. So if you arrive there and you say, oh, I've already had food, it's not disrespectful, but it would have been very nice. It's very polite to accept food and share the experience with the other people who are also going to be eating at the same time. You're not going to get in any trouble for doing this, but it comes across way more friendly if you arrive at someone's house and you haven't had too much to eat so you can enjoy the meal together. Alright, I'm going to teleport to the gym now and talk about point number 2. Alright, so we made it to the gym. There's no one here, so it's a perfect time to get to the part 2 of the video. And that is, don't expect everyone to speak perfect English here. Even though it is one of the main languages of the Philippines, they do have their own language, which is Tagalog, or some people call it Filipino. So if you're ever talking with someone or you're ordering in a restaurant and they don't get your order right or anything happens, don't blame the people for not understanding the English 100%. You are a visitor in the country, you should learn their language and try and participate as best as you can in Tagalog first if you can. Even though most people speak very good English here, don't always rely that 100% of the time you're going to get by with just English, especially once you leave Metro Manila. Some parts of the province, they really like to use their own dialects. So my advice to people coming here is learn as much as you can first, or at least practice some of the basics. Because if you know the basics, it kind of forms that level of respect that at least you're trying. You're not going to learn Tagalog overnight, and the people who are speaking English to you aren't going to be perfect at English every time. So even though you can live here and speak English pretty much the entire time if you're a foreigner, do try and practice Tagalog and don't expect everyone to be speaking perfect English to you at all times. Alright, so I just finished the workout and it's a nice day. The cloud is up blocking the sun, which is perfect. It's not too hot. We have a nice view of the city right here, as you can see. And in the distance is Laguna. They're constructing some sort of new mall down there as well. But as you can see, the city is looking fantastic. So I finished the workout. I'm going to just chill for a few minutes and enjoy some of the sun, rest, catch my breath, and talk about the third point. So the third point when you're coming to the Philippines is don't be too early to any event. Even if it's a birthday or someone invites you out to go to a bar or a restaurant, if they invite you, for example, at 6 p.m., they will probably arrive at 6:30 or 7, and it's what people call Filipino time, and it's very practiced here. A lot of people are just used to it. If you arrive exactly when you're supposed to, most of the time you'll be the first one there and you'll be waiting a little while, and it's not considered impolite or anything like that. Maybe in a professional level with work, but just for meetups and birthdays and stuff like that, it is very common to be late, and it's just not something people get angry about. So if you're coming from Europe or the US and you're always on time, you're probably going to be waiting quite a while for a lot of these events. So my advice is just to arrive a bit later, or just catch up and make sure people are on time or not on time when you're leaving to go to the venue. Because if you just message people before you leave the house and you find out that they're behind schedule, at least you can plan accordingly and you're not going to be peeved off or angry that they're late, because at least you have some heads up and some notice. So just take that into consideration when you are visiting the Philippines and you're meeting Filipino friends for the first time. Alright, we are now in bench. I'm going to get a haircut. Hopefully they're not too busy. Sometimes they're booked out and you need to schedule an appointment. But hopefully I can get this cut right now. And then just after the haircut we'll get on to the next point about what not to do in the Philippines. So yeah, let's get a haircut. Alright, so the haircut was a major success. Great job, no booking needed. So I'm just walking around now. I'm going to kill a few more minutes and then get some food in Wild West again, because it's right by the barbers and the food is so cheap. But to go on to the fourth point, as I'm strolling around, the fourth thing you do not want to do as a foreigner is attend any political or protest or rallies here. I'm pretty sure it is illegal to do that as a foreign tourist here, or even with a working visa. If you cannot vote, you cannot attend protests or rallies or anything like that. So just stay away from anything political. Don't go to rallies or protests if you're a foreigner. It could just go very wrong for you and you could get arrested. The Bureau of Immigration is pretty strict on stuff like that. So my advice is just to chill,
You can't even vote if you're a foreigner, so your voice doesn't really matter here. Let the people of their country run their own country and just stay away from politics at whatever cost. So yeah, that's the fourth point. I'll tell you the fifth point after I eat, and it will be a food related topic. So let me get some food first, see if Chris is around. I'm gonna meet a friend, get some salad and some burgers maybe. So we have some new animations on the 3D billboard, so I said I'd stop by and take a look. Some Food Panda stuff. Looks really good. I took the scooter home. It was a nice ride. There's no rain today. Beautiful weather. Moving on to the last point of the video of what not to do. You should definitely not judge food by how it looks. In the Philippines, some of the dishes look very adventurous for Westerners, especially people from the US and Europe that have never tried very exotic foods. The Philippines has some of that exotic food definitely in their list, but just based on the looks, you cannot taste how good it is. But food is not meant to be looked at, it's meant to be eaten. So in the Philippines, definitely try some foods, even if you want to be a bit adventurous. Some of the foods might not look exactly how they look back home, but that doesn't mean they're not good. You should definitely try the food in the Philippines. Some of the stuff is very adventurous, I know. Believe me, I've tried pretty much everything you can try in the Philippines so far. And I have to say most of the experience I had has been great so far regarding the food. So with that said, guys, I hope you learned something. If you're someone coming to the Philippines, this might be some good insight for you. If you're in the Philippines, let me know if I'm right on these few points. If there's anything I missed, if you want to add 2 or 3 more points in the comment section, let me know down below. That would be interesting to see what you guys say. Thanks for watching the vlog today. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Peace.